our attorney and expert in elder law. Gary Price is back with us, and of course we're talking Medicaid. But the question, Gary, and I'm sure you hear this all the time, if you're middle income, middle class, who actually can qualify?
Right. I do hear that a lot. And, you know, I think it's because we always, when we talk about Medicaid, we always say that there are certain restrictions. There are income restrictions before you qualify, and there are resource restrictions before you qualify. So a lot of people hear that and they immediately think, oh, you know, I got too much of something. I either got too much income or I have too many resources. I won't qualify. And so, Angie, the people I talk to the most are people who have they have a checking account and savings account, and they have a savings there. They might have a home. They have investments. You know, those are the typical people I talk to. Those are, I think, are middle class. I'm not sure what the classification of middle class is. I heard one time it's up to like $150,000 a year. But those are the people I help. I help them protect those assets, but also qualify for assistance.
And I think that's the piece. If you somehow have listened to some urban myth about who is, you know, rather than talking to an expert, you could really lose here.
You really can. You can lose to the tone if you're going to the nursing home, for example. It could easily cost $8,000, $9,000 a month. If you're looking for in-home care, $5,000 or $6,000 a month. And all you have to do is call and check in and see how you qualify. Most people are surprised when they see what transactions we can do to A, protect their assets, B, protect their income, but then still get them the assistance they need.
Well, Gary, once that I've just listened to, this question came to mind. Once you qualify and you're, you know, enjoying these benefits, can something disqualify you?
Well, yes, an example is resources. You got to be below $2,000 in resources. Now, don't let that scare you. That means a lot of different things. It doesn't mean just what you hear. So we want to talk about that specifically. But if you allow your account to get over $2,000 on the first day of a month, then that could disqualify you. But we go over that, and people are pretty clear with that as to what they can do and can't do and need to do in order to remain qualified.
So let's show people your book and tell them, Gary, how they can acquire it.
Sure. You just, Medicaid in Indiana, just give my office a phone call, 812-479-8721. We'll be happy to send you a copy, no charge.
Gary Price, always an education. Thanks for being with us.
Good to be here.
Lifestyles will continue right after this. Stay